Good morning everyone. Hope you enjoyed my last video. Now today I come up with a new poem named Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening by Robert Frost. Now first let's talk about the poet. Robert Frost was an American poet who depicted realistic New England life through language and situations familiar to the common man. He won 4 Pulitzer Prizes for his work and spoke at John F. Kennedy's 1961 inauguration. Now let's begin with the poetry. Whose woods these are, I think I know. His house is in the village though. In this first stanza, the poet makes the statement to reassure themselves as they come to a stop to break their nighttime journey. There is a gentle, slightly mysterious atmosphere created by the second, third, and fourth lines, which suggest that the owner of these woods lives elsewhere, is separate, and wants the trespassing narrator observing his woods. He will not see me stopping here to watch his woods fill up with snow. This means that the poet said that the owner of these woods would not observe the narrator stopping in between the forest and watching the forest filling up with snow. Hope you will all understand the first stanza. Now come to next stanza. My little horse must think it queer to stop without a farmhouse near. In the second para, the poet with his horse was passing through the forest, so he meant that when he was passing through the forest with horse, he said that his horse must think it queer. Queer means odd or strange, means that his horse was feeling strange to stop in between the forest, as the poet only stops at farmhouses to feed and water the horse. Between the woods and the frozen lake, the darkest evening of the year, the poet with his horse was standing in between the woods without a farmhouse near, between the woods and the frozen lake. The poet was standing in between the forest, like at one end there was a frozen lake, as it was the time of December, and on the other hand there was the end of the woods. So he was standing with his horse between the woods and the frozen lake. The day he was standing was the darkest evening of the year. Why darkest here is referred? It could be referred to the narrator's emotional state, or perhaps of the disclosed task, so that day was the darkest evening. He gives his harness bells a shake to ask if there is some mistake. In this stanza, the horse is uncertain. It shakes the bells on its harness, reminding the rider that his whole business stopping by woods is a tad disturbing. This isn't they normally do. This is unfamiliar territory. It takes a creator like a horse, a symbol of intuition, noble grace, and sacrifice, to focus the rider's mind on reality. They ought to be moving ahead. There's something about the way that the narrator is fixed on the woods that worries the horse, something apart from the cold and dark. The only other sounds the sweep of easy wind and downy flake. This means that when the poet with his horse was standing and observing the woods, they heard a gentle sound of wind and falling snow. Here, alliteration is sounds the sweep as is repeating 2 times. The woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep. The final stanza features the speaker again reaffirming the peace and haunting beauty of the snowy woods. Perhaps on another night they would have dismounted and strode into the trees, never to return. The narrator, the rider, The contemplative master of the horse is already committed to the duties of their ongoing life. And miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep. This means that as much as they would done to melt into the snowy scene before them, they cannot, at least not now. The final two lines reinforce the reality of the situation. It will be long time before the narrator disengages with the conscious world. Guys, hope you all like the video, and please guys like, share, comment and subscribe my channel. Thank you for watching and giving your time.